love to hear you elaborate a little bit more on that carry quote, where there was a guy that you were referring to who said he thinks that the carry is the most important move versus squats.
So yeah, so Dan John, which he has a podcast. I think it's just the Dan John podcast. Um, and his, I think his website is now danjohnuniversity.com. So he's he and Pavel Tatsulin founded Strong First, but he and Pavel used to work at the RKC, which is the Russian Kettlebell Challenge, before Strong First was Strong First. So they worked together to create all of the foundations of what became Strong First. So like he's the co-founding godfather of Strong First, basically. But he was saying that of the 6 basic human movements, carries are his number 1 because, well, A, they're so easy. You basically pick up any kind of weight in one or both hands and just walk around with it. And it's super applicable to all sports, but also like pretty much everything you're going to do in life. And, you know, I mean, I used to have a ranch. And so filling up a wheelbarrow and carrying it around, like my core would be fried. Like I would get out of bed some days and be like, I can barely move. What happened? Like, oh, I moved dirt all day in the, you know, wheelbarrow yesterday. Why? Oh, because I'm learning how to use my body to pick up weight and move it and not like lose my balance and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of that structure comes from weighted carries. And James and I train together, so he'll know, but a farmer's walk or a farmer's carry is literally just putting some weights in your hands and walking around. And it could be light weights. Again, you could put a 2 or a 5-pound dumbbell in each hand and go for a 20-minute walk. And my goodness, that's going to really make everything so much more difficult, even though it's not a lot of weight. Or you can pick up 100 pounds in each hand and just walk across the room and do a couple of laps. Or you can pick them up and put the weights up here, which is what they call a rack carry. Or you can even put them overhead and do an overhead carry, which is going to be very difficult. But that really causes your shoulders to learn how to hold weight, and then your whole body to learn how to move with weight, as well as learning how to have your core lock in so you can protect your back. And the more you can do that, the easier you'll find the next time someone asks, hey, can you help me move all my furniture into my new apartment? It's 2 flights up. You'll learn how to take what you learned from the carries and apply it to like picking up the couch or whatever it might be. But as well as with sports, but especially for outdoor people, you know, if you're going to put a backpack on and go for a hike, especially if it's like a long hike, and you're going to be out for a couple of days, learning how to carry weight all day is not only going to get you super fit, super fast, you'll be amazed, but it'll also make all of those sports applications much easier, because pretty much everything we do, and again, some aspects of the population more so than others, but like if you're police, fire, rescue, or even a football player, you're putting a lot of equipment on and then basically carrying around all day. Like some cops, you know, they have their bulletproof vest, they have their gun belt, they have, you know, radios, and they have all this stuff. Like it's 20, 30, 40 pounds, and they're carrying it around for 12 hours a day. So that's a lot of work. And if you learn how to do that properly to protect your posture and protect your back, you're not going to have issues later on in life. But if you don't, you're just going to slowly accrue some of these overuse injuries. And then at some point, you're going to run into the problem where it's like, oh, I have a bad back now because I didn't know how to move properly.